Hi, look, I just have to talk to Marg, the costume designer, because I've had this incredible concept idea for the Marriage of Figaro. Marg, what do you think? I think this is what Susanna needs to be wearing during the show.
I thought you call it a concept idea as well. I'm thinking wedding. Look, I think you look amazing, but I'm a person who thought that Diana's dress was really ugly until very recently, and now I find it achingly beautiful.
Yeah, right. Well, what inspirations are you bringing to be able to reimagine Mozart in 2021 as the costume designer?
So many things.
Yes.
I like to design things like a collage. I think especially when you start with old music, it's fantastic if you put something really new next to it and it feels full and epic and exciting and more new and more old kind of together. So it's very broad. We're looking at very wealthy people in the 90s and 2000s who had a lot of money and no taste, or just spent all of their money on kind of closets of clothes and bags and things like that. So contemporary fashion, kind of the idea of a uniform through history, what people look like at the end of the party, not the start of the party.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Like the end of the wedding.
Absolutely. Food on your clothes and kind of not wearing your shoes, like the end of the races in Melbourne, carrying your shoes home or something. The kind of the closeness, if you took a picture between something that is a celebration or something that could be something traumatic. So similar.
And I guess because this story is set on the cusp of the French Revolution, so there is that idea that the class war is on and that this opulence can't continue. Is that sort of threaded through the work that you're doing?
Yeah, and the deep denial that we're in actually, where something is very, very wrong, very, very wrong, and it's only when actually something completely breaks apart that you acknowledge that it's wrong. You could be living in the ruins of something and everything is just fine. It's just fine. We're kind of doing that all the time.
Yeah, doing that right now, aren't we? Hello, I'm in the ruins.
I'm in the ruins.
I love that. We're all standing in the ruins. Now, how did you get into costume design? Like, is it something you were born to do?
Look, I thought I was going to be quite a brilliant actor when I was young. I know, I thought I was just going to be quite marvellous. And I thought
And you are still.
I'm quite marvellous. Just wait. No, I guess I thought that's what theatre was. I thought that you had to be an actor if you wanted to be in theatre. But actually, then I really loved art, really loved theatre, didn't know what that meant, and accidentally fell into it actually because I was acting in a show and the set designer just didn't come to the bump in, and they went, "What are we going to do?" And I went, "I'll do something." And then someone saw it and went, "We love this set design you did in an hour for the thing. Can you do it?" So I did a lot of student theatre, made a lot of terrible theatre, but I found that actually being able to work at the start of a process, to be able to influence the look of something and the concept of something is so incredibly rewarding, and now I can't imagine doing anything else. Yeah. But I'm largely kind of self-taught. I've learned from incredible mentors and great jobs. Yeah. Lucky to be here.
And you're still fabulous. Marvellous. And look, to be honest, I came to opera late in the game. It wasn't the first sort of performance genre I really I fell in love with, but the more I have had to do with opera, the more I've had to, and the more I understand about it, it's just absolutely starting to blow my mind now. Yeah. So how does it compare? Not that you want to compare, but let's compare. Working in the opera, say, to just main stage theatre.
Look, in Australia, so many more people. Like actually as a designer, you are designing huge images, you're designing bigger stages, you're designing bigger casts, which is kind of amazing. I do lots of new work in theatre, I do lots of contemporary work in theatre, and I choose a lot of chinos and t-shirts and shirts for
pared back beige.
Really very, plausible kind of young, adults. So it kind of, this is quite a freeing thing. I mean, you already have such a big offer. Music is so big that actually to meet it is, it's a larger, it feels, I don't know, expansive. Yes. Not that theatre doesn't, but I think I approach it in a different way. Yeah.
And finally, like, in this expensive universe that you're co-creating with your collaborators, what would you want the audience to leave with feeling like?
Even when we talk through the show, or even when we look at the design of the show or the progression, because for me it feels like a progression, it feels like something that gets kind of bigger and bigger and bigger, or opens up and up and up. It feels feels epic to me. The music feels epic. It feels kind of joyful and tragic and everything all at once. So I guess when I finish talking through the show, and we've talked through it a few times, and we go, this happens, this happens, this happens, it's kind of an overwhelming big feeling. I guess that's more about form or performance or something. When you leave the theatre, it's, you know, the reason you see so much terrible stuff is because the high is so great when you leave something and it's incredible. How awesome is that? Keep chasing that thing. But this particular performance, I guess it's about, I think it's about, for me in the design anyway, it's about contradiction. I think it should be about old and new hard up against each other. It's about wealth and, well, not poverty, but it's working class and upper class right up next to each other, and what that actually does. It's like bone on bone kind of, yeah.
This is hot. Well, I can't wait to feel the bone on bone. And
I think it should feel complicated. I think it should feel kind of uncomfortable or something. But also, I mean, we're in a wedding.
all the two antitheses coming together and clashing.
I think so, and that's the most thrilling thing. I think that's really thrilling.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see it. And thank you so much for your time. And look, seriously, if you want to borrow this anytime, and I'm up for Susanna wearing it.
It's really fabulous.
It's free and it's for the taking. Thank you.
No worries.